My name is Zoya. I was born in Manitoba, but I moved here when I was young. I've just been listening to hip hop and metal and a lot of grunge music since I was young, but I got really inspired from old school hip hop music, and it just inspired me to start making music while I was in high school and like all throughout, primarily like my last year of high school. I just started making music and just really took it seriously because it was just important to me. It was something I felt like I needed to do. I've probably been making music. It's about probably coming up on 7 years. I'm 19 years old, so like I don't know the math, like 12 or 13 ish. It was I first got inspired by just hip hop music, and I made like one of those joke diss tracks you make on one of your friends, and then it took off from there. I bought like a blue snowball mic. I just started making music. It was like yeah, for like 6 7 years, just been going at it, just making joke songs, and it turned into what it is now. So my genre, I mean, it's a mixture. Like I started off with just the old boom bop, the classic, the New York sound, and then it evolved into more of the new age hip hop or the new age rap, I would say. Um, but I would describe it as a mixture of the boom bap rap, like the flows and the stories and the lyricism, but I could still bring like the new age rap beats, so like a mixture, almost an alternative rap, like hybrid of old school and new school come together. So like my name alone, Zoya the Destroyer, like that's my name on everything. My girlfriend actually, like, we were just hanging out and she said that name out of nowhere, and I was like, that's gonna be my rap name. And I made it as my Spotify, made it as my SoundCloud. But like the rappers, definitely like Action Bronson. It's cringe, I mean, but I listen to a lot of Juice World, like just like the amount he could freestyle and like the flows of him. But like a lot of like the old school guys, like even just old school Eminem, like you got your like you Wu Tang. Definitely MF Doom. MF Doom is a very big inspiration to me because he, with his music, he feels like he could say, it's almost like he could say anything he wants to, but as long as it rhymes or as long as it flows together, like it just comes together and makes a great, an amazing song with a perfect beat. Like anything, even if he's not even rapping in like a hard way or a soft way, he's just even speaking the lyrics in a like poetic way, it comes off with such intention with what he's saying. So I'm really inspired by that, and I really try to put that into my music. I got inspired from even just my last, because I dropped 2 albums before that. It was just writing whatever I wanted at the time. But like when I dropped my first ones, I was like, okay, every single time I got to drop something, I got to make something even better than the one before. So with Rain and Mist, with a lot of the songs, I really wanted to have a story or have very good intention. Like even though I was sitting in the library at school and I got like one of my songs, I don't like Narcissist. There was just somebody I was drifting away from as a friend, and then I looked over at them and I was like, I made a beat on the spot. I wrote lyrics on the spot, and then my next class was photography, and that's where the studio was, in that room, and like I just wrote my song there. Like a lot of those songs were almost on the spot and like school projects or anything, but I wanted to put very big intention to them. But like it was really just trying to be better for myself because I wanted to make better music, not even to get mainstream, but just to make better music for myself so I could feel inspired by what I made before, and everything I make, I want to do better than that. So even with, like, I have one song on there that I feel like nobody listened to because I put it at the very end of my last album that I released, and it was called that last song on Rain and Mist is probably one of my best songs I ever wrote. I wrote a story to it. I made the entire beat. The beat's like 5 minutes long, and it has an introduction that's like 3 minutes of just me on a MIDI pad writing the keys, and I wrote the entire keys in one go, and then I made an entire story to it. It's like really, it's like kind of a down low, like more of a emotional song, but like that song's really important to me. But I feel like nobody like. I want people to hear it, but I also want people to find it. Like with a lot of my music, I don't want to blow up. That's one of my things. It's like I always do music as a hobby. I don't want to blow up. The reason why is because when I have if I have a fan base, I want them to know me for the songs I made years ago and be like, that's a classic of his. That was when he was in high school, and like I want that kind of fan base. I don't want to be the mainstream like millions of people at a show. Like, I'm just inspired by the underground. Like, I want to, even if one day I make it out of the underground, I want to stay. I want to stay as much as I can. Like, just because the underground, you have the communication. If you're there's just so many inspirations. Like, I want to speak forever. I could talk forever and ever and ever about nothing. But yeah, my last album, it was great. It was a great time for me. It was like when I was meeting a lot of people, and it was a very emotional album, even if it doesn't sound like it when you're listening to it. If you really try to break down the lyrics to it, you will find the emotion, you'll find the story, and it's important to me. And I keep it close to my heart because it was when I actually started trying a lot. I performed at Neverland. I think this is actually my fourth time. This is my fourth time performing at Neverland, yeah. My first show was with a very diverse group of people. They were doing a lot of, like, there was new age, there was scream rap, there was all like the underground, like that type of, like, the screamo rap, this community. And then all the other shows, I was really becoming close with everyone. We were able to, like, we were able to work out sets and, like, communicate and, like, merge sets into other sets. Like, I have songs with other artists that, like, the last song of theirs would merge into mine, and it would just flow with the crowd so well. And, like, we could really work the crowd into what we wanted instead of just showing up and being like, I hope people show up, you know?
Yeah.
Any songs on repeat right now? I got, I listen to just so much different shit. Definitely, I can't name a song on the spot, but I listen to a lot of Obi Trice on repeat right now. I'm listening to a lot of MF Doom. You got, like, Coco Mango remix. You got, just classic Doomsday. Oh, I'm a gatekeeper at heart, so I'm not even trying to say shit, but one song you gotta listen to is Change the Beat by MF Doom or Victor Vaughn, or he's got so many aliases, I'm not even gonna list them up, but Change the Beat.
Awesome.
That's it. Literally, when you're performing, it's like doing anything. Like, if you're doing anything out of the ordinary, everyone's gonna look at you, but when you're performing, especially, that's the point. You're supposed to be, you're the main attraction. So what I would do personally is, you made these songs, you liked these songs, you released these songs because you, not even that you thought that they were good enough, you know that you were good enough. So when you're performing, know that you're good enough, and the reason why you're at these shows is because you are good enough. You don't need to be insecure. There's no need to be embarrassed because everyone's here to see you, and you're here to share what you like to make and what you like to do. So just drop the insecurity, drop the embarrassment, drop anything that is negative emotions. If there's people telling you you can't do it, I know it's cliche, but you seriously can. If you like to do it, just keep doing it, even if it's as a hobby, even if it's as a job. Like, if you're trying to make it a job, just be happy with what you put out and what you produce or what you write, and put your emotion into it, put your meaning into it, and just be as creative as you can and that you know you can. That's what I would say.